Happy Wednesday. This is Crystal with Free State of Mind Sup Yoga. This week has been yoga for office workers. And why that's so important is the average person sits about 9.3 hours a day compared to the 7.7, something like that, hours per night. And due to the sedentary lifestyle, we are seeing an increase in heart disease, an increase in cancer, an increase of anxiety and depression. So office workers, as they're in their positioning, their posture, when you start at your desk in a seated position, restricting blood flow to your glutes, your biggest muscles in your body, which also limits the amount of blood flow that gets to your legs. But as you're sitting in this position and you're staring at your screen, you tend to slouch, rolling your shoulders forward and creating this hump in your back, all while staring down. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on expanding heart center, working on the shoulders, that upper back, your hips, shoulders, upper back, hips, and neck. So all the areas of tension and tightness that office workers complain about. The props that you will need for this practice are optional, but they are beneficial, especially if you're a beginner into yoga, are a set of blocks, 2 blocks, and a strap. Or you can grab some books or a towel, a hand towel. And if you would like to purchase a strap and blocks, you can let me know as well. I have them available for purchase. So go ahead and find your mat and come to a seat, a seated position. You can come to cross-legged if this isn't comfortable for you. Just come to a seat where you can sit up tall, bring your head over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. Begin to notice your breath and how it's moving in your body, slowing it down, breathing in and out only through your nose. Roll your shoulders to your ears and rest them down your back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to your ears and down. Go ahead and shut down your eyes. Check in with your posture. The crown of your head is leading towards the sky. Unclench your jaw. Bring softness to your face. And remove the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Without forcing it, begin to slow your breath down. Inhaling, pausing at the end of your inhale to slowly release. Pausing at the bottom of your exhale. As you move through your breath, try to continue to slow it down. And you can do that by inhaling, counting how long it takes to get to the end of your inhale, pausing and then matching or exceeding the count of your exhale, being incredibly mindful of your breath. As you arrive in your space on your yoga mat, honor your commitment that you've already made by staying 100% present with your breath and with your body. If at any time anything pops into your mind, set it aside, because the commitment that you made to yourself is to keep your mind connected with your breath and your breath connected with your body. If at any time your mind wanders, because it will, come back to your breath. Continue bringing in long inhales, steadying your exhales. And bring your hands to heart center prayer position, pressing your thumbs into your sternum. And take your gaze or bow your head to your hands, keeping your shoulders over your hips. Set an intention for yourself or for your practice. What are you hoping to gain? What are you hoping to receive? And blink your eyes open and tense your hands alongside your body. Sit up tall here and release your ear, your right ear to your right shoulder. And then take your right hand and place it on your left temple and guide your ear gently to your shoulder. Find your breath here. Last inhale. And exhale, release. And left ear to left shoulder. And then bring that left hand over to the right temple and guide that left ear closer to the shoulder, not cranking your neck here, just guiding. Last breath in and out. And release the right hand to the mat. You're going to interlace your fingers now and place them on the back of your skull, not your neck, the back of your skull. And spread those elbows wide as you begin to take your gaze to the sky. As your chin lifts, reaching, creating space in your throat and your jaw. And from here you can open your mouth and begin to take your head back a little bit further as you sit here. Feel your breath opening up your heart center. Last breath here. And release back to center. Take your palms of your hands and place them right in the middle of your forehead, right above your brow. And you're going to press your forehead into your hands and press your hands into your forehead. Last breath here. And release. From here, bring your chin forward and release your chin to your chest. Creating a length in that upper cervical spine, your cervical spine. And if you have a healthy neck, you can begin to take your chin to your right shoulder, chin to left shoulder. Check in with your posture. Ensure that those shoulders are above hips. No slouching, no rounding in the back here. And on an inhale, bring your chin up to normal. From here, inhale, those arms rise. And exhale, the right hand to the mat. Reach up and over with your left. Keep your left shoulder stacked on top of right here. Reach as if you are stretching to touch that right hand that's on the mat. Flip your palm towards the mat and continue to press into that right hand, side bending in the left. Last breath in and out. Inhale to center. And exhale the other side, left hand to the mat. Our right arm reaches up and over, keeping that right shoulder stacked on top of left, ears away from your shoulders. Find your breath. Last inhale. And exhale. And inhale to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, sweep them down, back, and behind you to interlace your fingers and press your knuckles into the mat. This is a great time to use the strap, and I'll show you why. If you have your hands interlaced here and your palms are not touching, then you need a strap. So bring your strap into your hand, palms face out. From here, straight arms, and begin to lift the strap off of your the back side of your body. I need a strap today. So inhale, take your gaze to the sky. Exhale, fold. Continue pressing those knuckles far away from you as you're folding forward. Last breath here. And inhale, rise. And release your strap. From here, we're going to come into tabletop position. So bring your hands underneath shoulders, fingers spread wide, knees underneath hips. Sit your hips to your heels and walk those hands a little bit further forward, keeping an active child's pose. Reach in your hands, keep those shoulders shrugged down. And from here, bring your hands into prayer position and place those thumbs on the back of your head. If you have blocks here, you can add a little bit of height, creating more space, allowing that upper back to open a lot more. So bring your blocks to shoulder width apart, interlace, prayer position, and bring those knuckles, the thumbs, to the back of the head. Ooh, my words escaped me just now. Feels so good. Inhaling and exhaling. Last breath here. And out. And begin to bring yourself into tabletop position. We're going to move through cat-cow. From tabletop position, on an inhale, arch your back, take your gaze to the sky and your tailbone to the sky. And on your exhale, round your back, tucking chin, tucking tailbone. Inhale, heart center forward, crown of the head and tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, press your hands into the mat. 2 more. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. Last one. And come back to center. Take your attention down to your right hand. Root down in the right hand and inhale that left hand to the sky. For some, this may be a really intense stretch, an intense posture. So stay with it, stay with your breath. You have options here. You can take the bind if you would like by bending your elbow and placing your hand towards your hip. If you can take the bind by fully grabbing your hip, your shirt, your shorts, great. Begin to spin that heart center towards the sky as you take your gaze out over your left shoulder. Find your breath. If you are not breathing, please honor your body by finding the next posture down. The object is to stay with your breath. Last breath here. And release. Send that left arm to the sky. And then place the left hand, we're going to thread that left arm behind right, placing your shoulder to the mat for thread the needle. Your hips stay elevated above your knees, your ears to the mat, and press into that right hand that's on the floor. Find your breath. Last breath here. And on your next inhale, press into your hands and the left arm to the sky first. And exhale the left hand to the mat. One round cat-cow with your breath. And inhale to tabletop position. Take your attention down to that left hand. Press into the left hand as you inhale that right arm to the sky. Then you have options here. If you took the bind on the left side, please take the bind again on the right side. You're going to do that by bending your elbow, reaching for that left hip, your left side of your shirt, your pants, wherever. Spinning your heart center towards the sky, taking your gaze up over that right shoulder. Find your breath here. We're here for 4 rounds. Last one. Inhale that right arm to the sky. And exhale, bring that right arm behind the left, setting your shoulder to the mat, ear to the mat, and press into that left hand. Find your breath here. Last one. Press into that left hand. Send the right arm to the sky. And exhale, hand to mat. Inhale and exhale for cat-cow, 1 round. And inhale to center. From here, begin to walk your hands forward and place your forehead to the mat. Keep your knees above hips. We are in heart melting pose. Find your breath here. Last breath. And bring yourself forward, coming to your belly. You're going to bring your elbows underneath shoulders. Take hold of the opposite hand to opposite elbow, and then place your hands, fingers spread wide, onto the mat. We're going into Sphinx pose. Take those feet and press the tops of the feet into the mat and bring the crown of your head towards the sky. Back bending. Find your breath here. Last breath in and out. And slowly but surely come to down dog. And you can do that by coming into a tabletop position, bringing your hands, one full handprint in front of their current position. Tuck your toes and send that tailbone up and back. Bend your knees a lot here. Press into your hands to keep a long spine. And then from there, keeping the length in your spine, then you can press one heel to the ground, creating the space in those legs, your hamstrings and your calves, to allow you to go into full down dog with straight legs. Find a static down dog, and we're going to hold that for 3 breaths. Last breath here. And on an inhale, walk your feet to your hands. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot, placing your belly onto your thighs. We're taking the hamstring stretch out of this posture by using some traction to lengthen and create some space in between those vertebrae. And we're going to do that by, you have options. You can take opposite hand to opposite elbow, allowing your head to hang. Or you can interlace your fingers and place it on the base of your skull, not your neck, and allow your elbows to come together. Bend your knees a lot though. We are not working those hamstrings. Last breath here. Release your hands and inhale, roll up 1 vertebra at a time until you get into an upright position. Bring the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, lift your toes, and then place each toe back to the mat. Spread them wide before you place them back down. And slight bend in your knees, and tuck your tailbone down. Shoulders reach down your back, reach in your hands, palms face forward, crown of the head to the sky. Pull your navel to the spine and shut down your eyes, mountain pose. Very active pose, press your feet into the earth. On an inhale, sweep your arms up. Toe mountain. Then exhale, cactus your arms. Sweep them down back and behind you to interlace your fingers and press your knuckles to the mat. This is a great time to grab the strap. From here, fold forward, bringing the belly over the thighs, bending your knees a lot here to allow the space in the upper body. Last breath here. And release your hands. And roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, the arms rise. Then this time, take that right hand and encircle that left wrist, reaching up and over with that left wrist. Find your breath. Inhale to center and encircle the left or the right wrist with your left hand, reaching up and over. Inhale to center and exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees and place your hands to the mat. Step back with that right leg as far as you can and place the knee to the mat. Untuck the toe. That left knee is over ankle or behind, never in front. So do what you need to ensure that the left knee is over the ankle. Find your root down here and inhale, the arms above head. Biceps near ears. Interlace your fingers, arrow mudra. The index finger, pointer finger, is straight here. And begin to take your gaze to the sky. Releasing the tension from the hip flexor. Last breath in and out. Bring those hands alongside your body. This is a great time to grab those blocks or books if you got them. Place that right hand on the block, that left arm up and over. Last breath here. And inhale to center. That left hand finds the block, the floor, whatever, and that right arm up and over. 3 breaths here. Inhale to center. And exhale those hands alongside that left foot. Step the right foot to meet the left and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back as far as you can with the left leg. Bringing the knee to the mat for a low lunge. Keep that right knee over your right ankle, and then inhale, arms above head. Biceps near ears. Interlace your fingers the opposite direction. Pointer finger extended. From here, take your gaze to the sky. Find your breath. Last inhale here. And exhale. Bring those hands alongside you. Take that right hand to the floor, reaching up and over with that left. Find your breath here. Inhale to center. Left hand to the block or floor. Right arm up and over. Find your breath here. Inhale and exhale. Bring those hands alongside that right foot and step that left foot to meet right. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your feet wider than hip width apart. We're going into low squat or malasana. So about mat width apart, and your feet might be turned out. That's okay. The object is to keep those feet parallel. But whatever it is that you need today, wherever you're at, we'll meet you there. Begin to bring that tailbone down to the ground, and the hands in prayer position at heart center. I'll spin here. Down to the ground, and your hands in prayer position at heart center. Dropping the tailbone down. This is a great posture for people who sit. You're releasing your low back. You're creating space in your pelvic region everywhere. It's just a great posture. If you pick one for sitting or because you live a sedentary lifestyle, this would be the one that I would suggest for you, is Malasana, low squat. Your heels may or may not be touching the ground. Either is fine. If your heels don't touch the ground, try to bring your feet a little bit wider apart, or you can use your mat and roll it up. Place your heels on the back of your mat. to allow for a little bit more stability in your low squat. Or if you have a block, you can take your seat to a block, bringing your hands into your knees. A few more breaths here. Wherever you're at, come to a seat. From here, we're going to move into cow face pose. So bring that right knee, your left knee, in front and stack the right knee on top. If this is not accessible at this point, you can come to an easy seated position. Now's a great time to grab that strap or towel, and you're going to take it into your right hand. Release, or not release, bring that right hand right in between your shoulder blades and take this back, your left hand back behind, and grab your strap. So this is what that looks like if you have a strap. Holding on to the strap. If you can remove the strap and take the bind while still keeping your shoulders over your hips, that's great. If none of those are accessible to you, take that hand, place it right between the shoulder blades, and take that left hand to the tricep and continue to keep your gaze lifted. Don't sacrifice the integrity of the pose by not breathing, by going a little bit further than what you can while still breathing. Last breath here. And release. And switch sides. The right knee comes to the bottom, left knee stacks on top of right. Or if you're in an easy seat, switch the crossing of your feet. And bring this left arm back behind you to touch right between those shoulder blades. That right arm comes to the tricep, and you take your gaze to the sky. Last breath here, and release. Send those legs long on your mat. And inhale, those arms rise. Exhale, fold. Reaching for your calves, your shins, ankles, feet, or you can use your strap around the balls of your feet and use your biceps to pull you deeper into the pose. And inhale, slowly rise. And bring your legs into Sukhasana in an easy seated position. From here, bring those hands back behind you, fingertips face your body, and press into your hands as you press your heart center forward. You can stay here in this pose, or you can bring your hips off the mat and release your head back, keeping a straight spine. Last breath here. And exhale. Release. Bend your knees. Bring those hands back behind your thighs. Roll down one vertebra at a time. And we're going to take bridge pose. Bring your heels close to your sitting bones and your arms alongside your body. You're going to press into your hands and your arms and your feet as you lift your hips. You can take the bind by interlacing the chest expansion by interlacing your fingers and rolling to the top of your shoulders.
squeezing those shoulder blades back behind you, pressing your hips to the sky, pressing the floor away from you. Last breath here. And release.
Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Massaging the low back. Massaging the kidneys. And then bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Arms wide. And release your knees to the left as you take your gaze out over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Release your knees to the right as you take your gaze out over your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. Bring your forehead to the knees. Inhale. Pause at the end of your inhale. And exhale. Release your legs long on your mat. Your arms alongside you. One last inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Release. Shavasana. This is the most important pose within yoga. Allow the benefits of each posture to soak into your body. Honor your commitment and stay here without moving. Continue to keep a free mind. Nothing else matters right now. What you are doing is taking care of you. And in order to successfully move throughout your day, honor your commitment. Begin to bring deeper breaths into the body, avoiding any movement. Small movements into the hands by touching each finger to the thumb individually. Rolling out your wrists, pointing and flexing your toes, rolling out your ankles. And send arms above head for a full body stretch. And on your exhale, roll over to whichever side suits you best, pausing for a moment. And press yourself into an easy seat, Sukhasana. Bring your hands to heart center and bow your head to revisit the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of practice. Thank you for showing up for yourself, honoring your commitment, staying present, although it can be hard. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. If you have any questions or comments about the practice, let me know. Good to see you.